Okay, so I'm back again. And once again, I'm going to be recommending 3 anime for you guys to watch. 3 of them that I've watched myself, some of them recently, some of them a little bit back then. But either way, I would say that all 3 of them are worth the watch. The first anime that I'm going to recommend is Windbreaker. From an early age, Haruka Sakura was made an instant outcast due to his unconventional appearance and lack of social skills. But the one thing he has up his sleeve is that he's a really proficient fighter, which is now the only thing that he prides himself on. He enrolls in Turin High School, where it is rumored that strength is valued over academics. Haruka has only one goal, which is to take the top spot in the school and prove that he's the strongest. There's another anime called Tokyo Revengers. If you watch that anime, this is actually very similar in that the main plot or focus really is about delinquents or delinquent high school students. And it's a lot of people have compared the 2 anime. The main difference between Tokyo Revengers and Windbreaker, I would say, is that Windbreaker really is more true to the delinquent anime style. Meaning, this is a bit of a spoiler by the way, but Tokyo Revengers has that whole time travel concept, but Windbreaker is really a more true to itself delinquent anime with a whole bunch of fights. The animation is consistent, and the thing I really like about this style of anime is most anime, especially animes that have a lot of fight scenes, there's usually some sort of powers involved, if not powers, some sort of supernatural element. But when it comes to anime like Windbreaker, it's just straight up hands. Hand-to-hand combat, no special abilities, no powers, just who can outpunch the other and beat them to the ground. And that is kind of truly something special. The next anime I'm gonna recommend is Sakamoto Days. The name Sakamoto once instilled fear into every villain. No other professional hitman matched his prowess, and other assassins revered him. But then one day he retired, got married, and became a father, and now he's the owner of a humble convenience store. Even though he's living a new life, he finds his old life of crime hard to shake off, and his old life keeps creeping back up. And to make things even worse, there's now a large bounty on his head, and numerous assassins are now pursuing him. So to put it really bluntly, this is basically the John Wick of anime. There's also Equalizer as well. So if you think about the anime versions of either John Wick or Equalizer, this is basically what this is. The main character is extremely overpowered, and obviously, yes, he did have his quote-unquote glory days, just like in John Wick or all of the other those type of movies, but they're still really strong, they're still really powerful. And in Sakamoto Days, it's basically the same concept, and it's really badass to see. For some reason, the sort of comedy that is put into this series, just for some reason, I'm not sure why, I have to check to see if the Mob Psycho creator made this, but I have a feeling they didn't. But it really reminds me of that same sort of comedy from Mob Psycho. I feel like is also in this anime. So if you like that anime, then I feel like you would like this as well. The next anime I'm gonna recommend is Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. To summarize this anime, a war rages on between a machine-based empire and a magic-focused empire. After committing the great crime of freeing an imprisoned witch, the main character Iska is sentenced to prison, but then a year later, the Empire leadership suddenly decides to set him free with the condition that he hunts down a fearsome mage known as the Ice Calamity Witch. So what ends up happening is that after they battle for the first time, they gradually start to fall in love with each other. And the question ends up being, will their romance bring an end to their nation's conflict? If you haven't realized by now, this is basically a Romeo and Juliet type plot, where 2 people from opposing nations are in love. And I'm going to be honest here, This anime is not perfect. It definitely has its flaws, but I find that the action scenes are not actually my favorite scenes of this anime. The ones that I really like the most are the ones where it's more calm and more comedic. That's what I really found to be the strong suit of this series. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you have any recommendations for any anime, let me know. Thanks for watching.
Lights are lit and there's sweat on your